Hey, what's up, everybody? Mike from BTech Reviews here, and we are going live tonight, February 4th. I'm sorry, February 15th, actually, 2024. So we are a day out of past Valentine's Day. So I hope you guys had a decent holiday. If you guys celebrate, if you don't, no worries. Shout out to all of you guys. Much love. I was actually working that evening, so I definitely didn't get a chance to do anything, and I did not have a Valentine this year. Uh Hashtag forever alone. I guess we'll see what's up, but yeah, I am live, so I'm gonna share this on Twitter. I'm just trying to checking out my stream on my end to see if it looks okay. From the looks of it, it does. Let me just, there you go. Have my my Motorola Razr over here, so I'm with that Spartan case over here, so I'm gonna kind of use that as a visual behind me here just to kind of get the view here. So if you guys are joining in later, smash that like button. I really appreciate it. The channel is growing, and again, this is just a Let's Talk Tech Live, right? So nothing really specific that I want to talk about. Well, there's a few things, but for those of you who come in and you want to chat, definitely I want to I want you to talk about whatever you guys want to talk about, right? So if you want to talk about smartphones, televisions, whatever, cameras, etc., like that, video games, etc., like let's talk, let's chat. Let me post this on X. Let me see, currently live. Let's tag YouTube, and then I'll post my my channel link here. Currently live on YouTube. Okay, so yeah, so definitely a few things to talk about, right? Again, if you guys are joining in, please smash that like button and join in on the chat. We definitely would appreciate it. Definitely. I've been playing around with this Motorola Think phone that I've had for a couple days now, and I am really enjoying it, right? So definitely a lot of good things about that phone that I would love to share with you guys if you guys want to talk about it. Let's see, Bobby Warren in the house. What's going on, Bobby Warren? Thanks again for joining in. And Bobby Warren is asking if he can friend me on Facebook. Personally, I don't. I have a personal Facebook for my close family and friends only, so that's for me. I do have a Facebook for the channel though. Let me see if I can link that, and you can add me. Although if you message me, most likely I'm not gonna respond. Let me see if I can link that for you. You can add me on that because I do have a page for that. So let me see if I can find a link here for you guys really quick. And again, most of the stuff I post is just related to the channel here. So again, if you want to add me there, you can. But again, don't expect me to respond to messages just because I don't really pay attention to the messages on there. You can message me via X or on Instagram though if you have any questions. There is my Facebook profile link for BTech Mike. That's what I call it, BTech Mike. But anyways, hopefully everyone's doing good today, and again, hopefully you guys had a good holiday. Again, shout out to all of you guys that are here. We got Jeremy Dobson in the house. We got Bobby Warren. Jeremy Dobson, I believe, follows me on a few of those social channels. I think he follows me on X and on Instagram and pretty much everything, Facebook, whatever. So you guys, I do have my open links. I have a link tree for my page also on my YouTube page. So if you want to follow my other socials, please follow them there. Let's see. Please follow them there. Again, let me send Kia. It looks like we got a message from Kia. Let me go ahead and send her the live link here also, just because we are live. So how's everyone doing tonight, by the way, guys? Thanks again for joining in. We got Jeremy Dobson, like I said, in the house. Let me go ahead and send her a link, see if she's down to at least watch the live stream. But anyways, yeah, so pretty much, obviously I've had a lot of tester phones currently. Currently, I'm actually uploading a video footage from the Motorola Think phone. So The Motorola ThinkPhone has been my the phone that I've been kind of messing around with the last couple of days. I have had it for about almost a week now, and I've just generally been enjoying this device, guys. I really do like this device. It's a 399 device unlocked. You can get it from Motorola itself. I do have like a soft shell like case that I got on Amazon, very generic. But this phone for 399, definitely worth it in my opinion. It's basically a flagship phone. I would probably compare it maybe to like the Motorola Edge or Motorola Edge Plus. I think the Motorola Edge Plus has like a Snapdragon like 8 Gen 3 processor though. So um, Bobby Warren says I have no indoor coverage on Verizon. That if that's the case, you might want to change, boss. I mean, I can't, I can't comment too much on stuff like that, right? Because again, everyone's in a different location. Here, let's change this. I had my purple light on, and that it was kind of bothering me. I'm so white, guys. Like, I wish there was like a filter to make me look more tanned, but I'm not. Anyways, Bobby Warren says, I'm thinking about going to T-Mobile. Thanks for joining in. Hey, we got Kia in the house, by the way. Welcome in. If you're available, let me know. I might send you a live stream link if you want to join in on the chat. We can chat a little bit. Oh, snap. We got Sean Timalone over here. I haven't seen this guy in forever, by the way. Have you been lurking, Sean? Just wondering, because I haven't seen you on any of my live streams in a while. So I hope everything's good with you, man. I really appreciate you joining in. Again, guys, smash that like button for the channel, please. It does help out the algorithm, and I have been noticing the algorithm going on the channel. It's been the views have been going up, especially on some of my videos, right? So I really I really appreciate that finally some of my videos are getting views. Like my Samsung A15 video has probably close to 4,000 views already, which I need to work on a video for that, because I have a few cases that I need to unbox for that phone that Poetic sent me. Oh, wow. So Sean Timalan says he's been very busy, and I rarely use YouTube nowadays. Once every few months. Once every few months. Wow. So there must be like no form of entertainment for you, like, at all. And by the way, guys, you guys know I normally don't do streams this early. Right now it's about a little bit after 8 o'clock my time on my end. But let's see. Should I go ahead and post that link on my freaking Facebook also? It says currently live on YouTube. Screw it, might as well. I have like 3,000 Indian followers over here. So let's see if I get anything. Can I copy paste the link here? Let's see, copy paste. Yeah, there you go. Copy paste. I'll go ahead and share it on BTech Reviews as well. Yeah, guys. So for the most part, I've been enjoying the Motorola ThinkPhone. It's been a good device. I'm doing good, man. I mean, the year started off a little rough. One of my siblings, she had an accident and she broke her arm, and she was she had surgery. I had to drive my mom out there to where they live in northeast Houston, or Houston, the Houston area in general. And in a couple days, Saturday, I'll have to go out there and pick my mom up. She's been out there for almost a couple months already, but about a month and a half, since the beginning of January. She's been out there. She's ready to come back, though. My sister has, for the most part, healed up, and she's doing good. So Bobby Warren says that Verizon has good coverage outside, but you want to have a phone company that's gonna give you good, like, all around coverage in general. Like, I wouldn't want to keep a phone service just because they have good phone coverage outside where you live. Right now, you want to make sure that the coverage is good inside and outside your house, right? Especially if you're home a lot, right? Now, of course, don't hesitate to try other networks, right? Like Metro by T-Mobile, like you said. Or I'm not a fan of Cricket or AT&T, but you can go the Cricket AT&T route if you want. See how that service works for you. For me, in my area, the dominant is T-Mobile. I think Verizon's gotten better. We get ultra wideband where I live, at least. but for the most part, it hasn't been. I can't complain. I have Visible Verizon, which is a it's a prepaid version of it. Hey, what's up, Sneed? How's it going, man? Thanks again for joining in on the chat. I'm surprised you're not live streaming right now, actually. Shout out to you, buddy. Thanks for being very interactive on my Twitter, by the way. So we are just here chatting. It's an open chat, right? So whatever you guys want to talk about, right? I was talking about the Motorola Think phone that I got recently, but I'm also using the Motorola Razr phone, by the way. This is the 2023 version. Literally watching myself on the screen there as well. Watching the chat. So thanks again for joining in, Sneak. Check out his channel, guys. He goes over a lot of things that I don't go over on my channels, things like network coverage, etc., like that stuff that I don't really know about. But this guy is like basically an expert. So check out his channel down below. Definitely shout out to him. But yeah, man, everything's going good, Sean. Man, again, everything. I've noticed kind of like a small hike in my viewership on YouTube, so I can't complain too hard. I think my channel peaked during COVID, maybe 2020, 2021, I think is when the channel peaked. We was getting maybe, and again, this is for me, not, other YouTubers have other experiences, or I was getting probably like 5,000 to 7,000 views a day on my channel, which is crazy because I was just like, what the heck? You know what I mean? Sneed says, cool phones. I like the Moto lineup. Might get one of their flagships in the near term. Yeah, I mean, if you can get yourself a Motorola Edge from like last year, I know they were heavily discounting the Motorola Edge. Don't get the one that has a MediaTek processor, though. I know there's a version of the Motorola Edge that has a MediaTek processor, so you want to avoid that one, I would say, even though I know like probably it's a decent chipset, right? I definitely would. There's two different versions. There's the regular Motorola Edge, and then there's the Motorola Edge Plus, and then there's the I think there's a Motorola Edge 40, which is kind of like, I would say, like the Samsung FE version of it, the fan edition, where I think they just kind of dumbed down the the build quality a little bit. Kia says, what are your thoughts on flagship phones? Now I feel like I'm indifferent about flagship devices for a few reasons, right? One, because I think that they're getting way too expensive. You're seeing flagship phones like the iPhone 15 Pro Max or the Samsung S24 Ultra, like in the between the $1,200 and the $1,500 range. For a lot of people, that's not practical for a phone, right? Of course, if you have the money, by all means, right? I think that's not in a lot of people's budgets, especially with the way the economy is. But for the most part, I've been, you guys know I've been testing out a lot of these mid-range devices. My channel started out with cheap tech phone guys, right? I was unboxing, Virgin Mobile devices, Boost Mobile devices. I had a lot of fun with ZTE and Kyocera phones. Just a lot of no-name branded devices that I would just get. Again, mid-range Samsung devices. Back then, of course, a lot of the Motorola phones I've covered. Since the original Motorola G series phone, which came, I don't even remember when that came out. I think that was like late 2013, maybe early 13. I remember unboxing the original Motorola G phone, which was pretty crazy because I remember that the Motorola G actually, I think, got one of the newer versions of Android before the Nexus device. I think it got the update before a Nexus device, so I made a video on it, and the video blew up. It got like over 200,000 hits. So let's see. Sneed says, I prefer the Qualcomm variant. So, but yeah, for me personally, like, my daily driver is an iPhone 13 Pro. I've had this phone for 2 years, but I have not wanted to buy another flagship iPhone because first of all, this one works just fine, right? I think I'm probably going to hold on to it probably for another year, at least until I get like good, like, I can't complain. Like, this phone still takes very good video. It takes good pictures. I have a good amount of internal memory on it. It's a 256 gigabyte variant, so definitely can't complain there. If I need to, I'll use it. I don't really use it to make videos for the channel anymore, but like, let's say I'm like vlogging from my other channel, like I use my iPhone 13 Pro to shoot video for my side hustle mic channel. So for those of you who don't know, I have another channel where I do gig work, right? But anyways, I usually mainly use that phone to film and edit and whatever, and in post whatever. But yeah, Sneak says I prefer the Qualcomm variant. Yeah, I would definitely go the Qualcomm route on that. But yeah, for the most part, I think once I replace that device, I think I'm gonna maybe I'm gonna go down to the iPhone SE. And if you guys haven't looked at new variants of the iPhone SE, I'm actually kind of liking it. Right, at this point, I don't think I need the triple camera setup. For what I use. I'm not out there taking like a lot of amazing photos. That's just not what I do. Like I've kind of learned that I don't really need like a lot of the top tier stuff anymore. Especially because I have so many devices. Like, I'm still running the Pixel 7 Pro over here. I do a lot of my content on the Pixel 7 Pro over here as well. Let's see. Borganta jumping in the chat saying, hey, hello. What's up, Borganta? Thanks again for joining in. This is kind of like a rare early stream for me, by the way, guys. Again, I don't normally live stream this early, and it's Thursday night. So I'm like, man, like, there's some other YouTubers that will stream around the same time, and I'm just like, like if I stream, no one's gonna come in the chat. So I usually like to stream a little bit later. But Borganta says, have you tried the T-Mobile free trial lately? I have not. I didn't know there was a T-Mobile free trial going on recently, actually. So although if that's true, maybe I'll pick up another unlocked device and I'll try out T-Mobile free trial. You know what I mean? Currently, I'm testing out the Motorola ThinkPhone. I am actually testing out the $25 plan with this device, which, I've probably already wasted a couple gigs of that data. But going back, if there is a free test out trial, I don't really have another unlocked device. Most of my devices are all on Metro by T-Mobile right now, or Visible. So and Boost Mobile, I only have the one device on Boost Mobile. I don't think I plan to keep my Motorola ThinkPhone on Boost Mobile though. So I'm just gonna kind of use that for the month, and then I'm probably not gonna pay it after that. Even though it's the $25 plan and that's relatively cheap, right? If there's cheaper alternatives, I'm gonna look for it. I think the reason why I bought this phone is because it's unlocked and I can hopefully use it on most carriers. I don't know about Visible just because it might have limitations, but I'm not 100% sure though. Sneed says, hey Don, I don't know who Don is. Maybe that is maybe that's Borganta. Maybe he goes by Don. But yeah, for the most part, Kia, going back to your question, I think, once I stop using my iPhone as far as like this as the main phone, I don't know, I might switch back to Android because I'm literally impressed by like, obviously like the Pixel phones, right? So like, I if I go back to Android, right, I would probably just get a Pixel 7a, right? Because the value of that is so good. Of what you get out of it as far as like the the usability, the screen, the pictures, the video, everything like that. It's hard to beat, especially in those price ranges. If you're not having to spend more than $500 on like a really good mid-range phone, then I say that's a win. Part of the main reason why I stay with iOS is mostly because my family has iPhone. They all have iPhones, except for my dad. My dad is sticking with Android for now, at least. I don't think he's gonna ever switch over to iPhone. If he does, cool. If he doesn't, whatever. I think at his age, he's fine using his Android phone. He knows how to use it. And if he needs help, he asks me. So, 71 years old, by the way, going on 72. Shout out to my dad there. But anyways, yeah, I mean, again, for the most part, I've been enjoying the Motorola ThinkPhone. The only thing I can kind of compare it to is a Pixel device, mostly because of how fluid it is. And I'm talking about like, the snappiness of it. It only has 8 gigs of RAM, but it has a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 processor, and it's a snappy phone. For a phone that only has 8 gigs of RAM. My only thing on this is, and I have it set on my wireless charger right now, so it's wireless charging right now currently. is one, I don't believe this phone has an eSIM, so there's no eSIM on this device. And secondly, no expandable memory, which is kind of surprising. I think they're probably maybe trying to go like the iPhone or like the maybe the Pixel route with not having the option to do that. Which is fine because the phone, the variant I purchased has 256 gigabytes of internal memory, so that's more than enough internal memory for me, honestly. But for some people, they need more. Some people want 512 or they want a terabyte of internal memory, which I'm just like, whoa, like that's freaking crazy. Like, you know what I mean? For the most part, though, like I do use Google Photos, right? So most of my videos and stuff like backs up to Google Photos, so I can just go and delete or whatever my stuff later on. So but let's see what's up, guys. The chat got kind of quiet. Let's see. I don't know if it's me or if it's my feed, or maybe Restream kind of messed up. Let me know. So yeah, guys, I'm actually doing like a mini series also with the Think phone, right? I already purchased. You guys already kind of saw the little mouse, the little mouse that I unboxed. If you follow my channel, right, you saw that I unboxed a $5 mouse from Amazon and like a $120 keyboard. And the reason being is because I want to connect the Think phone to a monitor, and I want to try to use it maybe as a Chromebook or something like that, because the phone, when I watch videos on the phone, it's basically intended to connect to a computer or a monitor. That way you can actually it's intended to basically work from home, basically. So if you have if you're in one of those work environments where you need to have access to all of your stuff in one little thing, I think the point of that's the point of the phone, basically, is to be able to access your business suites, like your Microsoft Offices, your spreadsheets, whatever, which the phone actually comes with Microsoft Offices as well. You're able to go on there and connect it. I already have the wire for it. I did buy the HDMI wire for it, which it's a Type C to just a regular HDMI. So I haven't even opened this. I need to open this up actually, just to kind of check out what the wire looks like. But as you can see here, and I've already opened it, there's really nothing inside the box. So this little portion would connect to the phone, USB Type C, and this would connect to the back of the monitor. So it is pretty lengthy cable. Also, I would say probably a good 4 to 6 feet, and it's one of those. I think I paid like $8 for this on Amazon, maybe less. I'm not 100% sure, but anyways, guys, how's the feed looking? I'm not lagging on my end, so I'm just trying to figure out if the chat died out, maybe. Sean Timilan, if you're still there, let me know. Kia, if you're still there, let me know. I mean, what are your thoughts? What do you think? I know you have the S24 Ultra. I believe you bought the S24 Ultra. So what are your thoughts on that? Let me know. I would like to know your thoughts on it. I'm considering getting the S23 FE from Samsung because I believe right now it's on Metro by T-Mobile currently for I think it's shoot, I need to go and look at the price on that, basically. But I think they had it for $100 and then they went and changed it, right? Right now, currently, they are offering the Moto G stylus. So I think the 2023, they're still offering the 2023 Moto G stylus from last year, which it's a pretty okay phone. I wouldn't say it's the best phone. Oh, you have the OnePlus 12. I thought you had the S24 Ultra, or maybe you have the S23 Ultra. Yeah, a lot of the YouTubers are getting the OnePlus 12. I know. I think it was Latrell. He told me that he was able to get the email for one of the OnePlus reps, and he said he reached out to them and they sent him the OnePlus 12. So I was like, wow. Just from what I'm seeing, though, the phone looks, minus the design, because I don't really care for the design, at least the camera bumps and everything like that. I like the way the phone looks as far as performance. I think the phone looks like it's a good performing phone. Let's see. So Samsung. So the Samsung 23 FE on Metro by T-Mobile, you can get it with a new line, but it's already sold out online. So I remember the phone was available online for a little bit, but it's gone, or it's not there anymore. So much for that. I was over here looking for that. So okay, you bought mine. Okay, I got you. Well, that's interesting. That's not. I've only owned a few OnePlus phones. I think I bought like the Nord phones, a few of the Nord phones, like a couple of years back when when I think a lot of people were kind of praising the mid-range versions of those. I mean, they're all well. Those ones I think were mid-range versions of that, but for the most part, I wasn't like I thought the performance of those devices were actually not bad, and the build quality of the devices were good as well. I think for what they were, I think they had like 90 hertz refresh rate phones, which I think for phones from a couple years back, I think this is like 2019, 2020, like that was good for its time. Let's see what Kia is saying here, but it's really a good phone. I have videos on it as soon as I get. Oh yes, I remember you're sick currently, so I hope you feel better. Um, I hope you're doing okay. I know you said you had COVID. I saw your Twitter. Let's see. All right, someone's liking my X account stuff. Nice, thanks, Key. I think that's you. I'm getting the notifications over here on that. Kia, well, you know what? Don't say that. I don't think that sometimes the amount of subscribers is not really um that's very subjective when it comes to stuff like that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because like I remember a couple years back when I was selected for Team Pixel, right? I only had maybe like I think 12,000 subs, maybe a little less. I think I was maybe getting close to the 12,000 subs. I remember when Lady Red, I don't know if you're familiar with Lady Red, I think she had less than 5,000 subscribers and she got selected for Team Pixel as well. So, you can't always say like, oh, like, hey, like, I don't have enough subscribers, right? If you know how to reach out, or if you have the right connections, or if someone from their marketing team or PR team really likes your channel, and they might send you stuff. So don't say that. I don't. It's been a while since I've got in Sensiphone. I think the last company that I was really working with was TCL, and I don't know if I mentioned TCL to you or not before. Um, I actually want to get my hands. I want to check out their new lineup, right? The 50 series lineup. I want to see what they have to offer as far as that stuff goes, because I wasn't a fan of the 30 series phones as much as I was like the 20 series phones. I thought the 20 series phones were a little bit better, like the 20 series, the TCL 20 Pro. I mean, they sent me up until the 30 series. I got like the 30 XE, the 30V, they were basically all the same phone, the same chipset and everything like that, just on different carriers. And then that was it. I think the last phone they sent me was like a flip phone, which I ended up sending to Tito. Tito ended up getting the flip phone that I sent him. I don't know if I'm hoping that he gets to play around with it a little bit. But yeah, for the most part though, how much was the OnePlus 12 anyway? I don't even know. I'm kind of out to date with the pricing and stuff like that also. So how much did you pay with that after taxes? So. Oh, there we go. I guess Morganta sending me a message. T-Mobile 90-day network pass free trial. Morganta, if you're still there, by the way, is that eSIM only, or can you order a SIM? Like, if that's the case, I might, order myself another, like, a nice little unlocked device, and just to try it, just to try that out. But I wonder if they'll give you a phone with that also. Thanks for tweeting that to me, Borganta. I'll have to check that out just because. But right now, currently, I'm using my. If I would have known, I would have waited, and I would have used the T-Mobile trial on my Think phone instead. But anyways, Borganta, thanks. Yeah, man, I forgot I have you over here on not Facebook, but on Twitter as well. So let's see. Guys, I don't know why I have like almost like 4,000 followers on my BTech Mike page on Facebook, yet no one like they're all people from like India or like other countries, I guess. Like I don't know why my stuff just blew up on there. Hey, look, Bobby Warren just sent me a friend request. Don't worry, Bobby, I just accepted you. So, but anyways, hey, what's up? We got Latrizzle and the Hizzle. How's it going, Latrell? Happy Thursday. And again, guys, if you guys are joining in late, I hope you guys had a good Valentine's Day. I'm sending some love from BTech over here to you guys. By the way, I was working last night, and by the time I got home, I was just too tired. I was thinking about doing a live stream last night, but it was just too tiring for me. So, Latrizzle, how's it going, man? Thanks again for joining in. We're just talking about tech and whatever you guys want to talk about. Basically, it's one of those open-ended chats, I guess. Morganta says you can try it on your unlocked iPhone 13 Pro. The thing is, yes, my iPhone 13 Pro is unlocked, but I have it on visible, so I'm gonna keep it on visible, at least for now. So, which I'm honestly considering porting my number to Metro by T-Mobile just for like a month or two, and then going back to visible because they're offering like that 30 that $20 off or whatever, for 2 years, so you can get like the discount for 2 years. The only thing about that is like right now I'm paying $25 on visible, anyways, because I have the referral program, so a lot of people actually use my referral. So that's one reason why I'm just kind of staying on visible for now, because I'm paying $25 a month, which is the $45 plan. I'm getting $20 off. Okay, I'm sorry, hold on. Kia says it was $8.99, but I traded in my 13 Pro Max and they gave me 500 off the plus, and I had a 30% off code, and I only, wow, okay, that's really good. I know a lot of phone carriers will take trade-ins, or companies will still take trade-ins. I haven't done a trade-in in such a long time. Back then I remember I would when Visible first came out, I would trade in my device. When they had like this thing where like it's a trade in your old device and we'll give you like a free device, right? I did that like twice, right? When they were giving away their ZTE phones, but they don't really do that anymore. I think it was called the swap program, where you would be able to go in there. But I know like I could probably get a good value from my iPhone 13 Pro, like even though it's a couple years old, right? It's got it, it's still worth a good chunk of money. I would say I could probably still get like at least a good 400 or $500 for it, as is. You're saying rocking 2 eSIMs on the iPhone 13 Pro Max is doable? 2 eSIMs? I didn't know you can have 2 eSIMs on one phone. I mean, right now, the phone is connected with eSIM on Visible, I believe. I don't think I have a SIM card in this. I need to double check, actually. Or maybe I do have. I don't remember if I put an eSIM in there or if I just ordered the SIM card and I have a physical SIM card in my phone. And yes, I understand, I could rock 2 numbers or whatever. I don't want to, right now, I don't want to go through the hassle of that, I guess. So, I mean, but maybe I can do it on one of my other devices. I do have Metro phones. So, I do have, and I have my Pixel phone, by the way. So my Pixel 7 Pro, sorry, I can't get that in the shot there. Pixel 7 Pro, I have that as well. Hey, we got Detroit 89 in the house. Welcome to the channel, guys. If you guys are joining in late, by the way, smash that like button, please, for me. Just a little like, you know what I mean? He's like, have you ever heard of the TCL 40 Next Paper phone? I have not, but I don't know if that's one of the new phones that they announced at CES, or if that's already out. Let's see. Let's get TCL Next Paper 40. Let's Google this. I want to Google it. And you know what? Like, I used to know about like stuff like this, I guess, but the thing is, like, TCL stopped sending me like media kits. Like once Brad left the company, I was in contact with a few of their reps, but okay, let's take a look. And I believe I've seen photos of this from like CES and whatnot, or like little videos here. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna do a quick screen share, by the way, so you guys can check this out. Right, TCL 40 Next Paper. So it does have a FHD plus 90 hertz display. Specs look decent, right? It's got 256 gigs of internal memory, 8 gigs. It says 8 plus 8 gigs RAM expansion. I don't know what that means. Can you add RAM to it? Like, excuse me. It doesn't look bad though. I mean, I'm not a fan of the big phones, guys. Like, I mean, I think my Think phone is about the same size. It's about a 6.6 or 6.7 inch phone. It doesn't look bad though. I mean, hold on. Let's accept the cookies. It doesn't look like a bad device to any means though. Like, I think it looks like a very solidly built phone. That's the thing though. Like, like their Next Vision is good, but it's like, I don't know. Like, is it enough to? Wow. Okay. Next paper. Elevated eye comfort, easier viewing. So I guess this is going to be easier on the eyes for a lot of people. Maybe this is their technology, right? I love phones with OLED panels and everything like that. But let's see, can I get myself in the shot here? There you go. You guys don't need to see me on the side, or what's a better looking shot? Is it this? Yeah, I guess I'll leave it there. Morganta says, I have 2 active eSIMs and 1 inactive eSIM that I occasionally use on US Cellular when and where it's only decent option. Okay, I got you. 35-watt fast charging. I want to know the chipset, what they got in here as far as the chipset goes, because it says good design. So this is a phone from last year, from what I'm seeing here. It says TCL 2023 best in show. So I don't know. I mean, like I do want to get but I don't know. It really depends on how much this phone costs, also, because anti-glare, yeah, that always helps because my eyes are always hurting at the end of the day because I'm basically looking at screens all day. Here we go. Specifications. Let's see. It's got a fingerprint sensor on the power key. Let's go to performance here. TCL. You know what? No, I actually like the TCL UI. Like, I think it's a much better skin than Samsung's skin. I know a lot of people love One UI, but TCL's UI is actually from what I remember, it's actually good. So this one does have a MediaTek Helio processor, which I don't know what It's probably most likely octa-core, right? Clocked at 2.2 gigahertz. GPU. I've never heard of the GPU, but security. It says security update support until December of 2025. So my only thing is yes, you do get an upgrade to Android 14, right? From Android 13, so you're getting Android 13 out of the box, but you're only getting let's say I buy this phone now, I'm only getting this security support for a year and a half because we're already in 2024. So basically, if I order the phone today and we get it, by next week, I'm only going to have security support up until December of next year. So that's not promising. But I do notice that they update their One UI a lot. Like I remember the last phone that I sent to Tito was the TCL 30 XE, and before I sent it to him, it was still updating. I don't know if it was still updating security patches and whatnot, but it was still updating. The one or the TCL UI, and I can't complain about it. It was not bad at all. Audio and video. Let's see. Most likely, it's just going to take 4K probably. We got MPEG 4, H.264, H.265, H.263. Wow. Interesting. Let's go to the camera because the camera looked interesting to me as well. 1080p. If this video can only take 1080p video, then it's probably not worth it, honestly. And nothing against 1080p, but I feel like most mid-rangers should be able to take at least shoot 4K video now. So but yeah, thanks for letting me know about that device. Maybe I'll look into something like that, you know what I mean, a little bit later on. If I can get it cheap, sure, why not? But for now, yeah, and it's not a bad looking device to any means. I think the design is a major upgrade from their other devices, right? But I would say probably the Celero 5G Plus is probably a better phone than this phone, minus the screen, right? Because you're not really going to get the same screen that you're going to get from that. But okay, let's get this turned off, by the way. Titus, hey, how's the ThinkPhone performing? Thanks again for joining in, Titus. It's going good, man. I mean, I'm enjoying the device, right? I've been using it moderately, not moderately, but casually, right? For the last week, I've been trying to use it as my secondary phone. I got Boost Mobile activated on it this past week. Let me go ahead and turn this off, by the way. Ugh. Guys, I am happy that you guys are here in the chat. Sometimes my chats can be dead, so shout out to all of you guys for being here, by the way, because I remember a year or two ago I would be live streaming and I would have literally 0 people in the chat. Sometimes I would be chatting for less than for like 30 minutes before somebody actually joined in on the stream. So I'm hoping that my videos are kind of getting pushed to you guys. And if you're just joining in, Titus, smash that like button. I would appreciate that. It says we got 8 people in the chat here. Let's see. I'm one of them though, because I'm chatting on one of my phones over here. Let's see. There you go. I'm watching on my, I don't know if you guys can see that, by the way, my Motorola Razr phone, by the way. So Motorola ThinkPhone, definitely, I love the device. Like that's probably going to be my backup device going forward. Just because it is a very strong device. Like it's got a Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 Plus. Okay, this is the only thing I hate about the Motorola Razr. Hold on, let me see if I can exit out on that really quick. Motorola Razr is a fun device though, guys. So if you guys are thinking about a flip phone, I think it's still available on Boost Mobile and Metro by T-Mobile for under like $300. I believe I got it for $199. But yeah, so far again, I can't complain about I have no complaints on the ThinkPhone so far. I'm actually uploading a video right now. Well, the video is already uploaded. It's just processing. I took it in 8K, by the way, but on YouTube, it's saying that it's only processing the 4K video. So I don't know if you're actually going to be able to see 8K out of it. But regardless, I think it's going to be an interesting video, just because just from what I took. So let's see if I can get back into the chat here. I'll rotate this. Come on. Oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. There we go. Okay, I was trying to get that back on the screen over here. I don't know if Latrell took off on us. I think he might have taken off on us. That's all right. I really wasn't planning to stream too long. For the most part, but I hope you guys are doing good tonight. Let's see. Again, it's an open tech talk conversation, guys. So anything you want to ask me or anything that you want to include. I know Borganto was mentioning the T-Mobile 90-day trial, right? Which I think, like, at this point, does T-Mobile need to be doing stuff like that? Like, I feel like they should probably push that for their, like, their prepaid sector, right? So I think T-Mobile should be doing that for, like, Metro by T-Mobile instead, right? Because I mean, there's still a market for prepaid, and I really hope that they don't kill Metro by T-Mobile, because for $40 a month, right? If you just want to get like a basic plan, like the $40 a month plan, a lot of people would really like that. So let's say I have 2 active eSIMs and 1 inactive eSIM that I occasionally use when so okay, Borgante, you're still there. How many eSIMs does your phone have, man? If you're able to use that, Papa John's has a crustless pizza called a bowl. What? I gotta Google this also. Let's see. Papa John's crustless pizza. Let's see. Oh yeah, it says Papa John's bowls near me. So it's basically just, okay, that's interesting. This is interesting. We're actually on the Papa John's website, by the way. Let's take a look at this, guys, because I love pizza. So if it's not a pizza, then it's just a pasta, or you're just getting like the stuff, that you're just getting the cheese and the toppings that go with it, right? Maybe I would call it a lasagna, basically. This is probably the one I would get, which is the Italian meat trio one. What is the Papa Bowl? A Papa Bowl is a creative way to enjoy all the Papa John's toppings you love, but without the crust. Papa John's combines all your favorite pizza toppings in a bowl and bake them to piping hot perfection. No crust, just delicious vegetables, juicy meats, melty cheeses, and our signature sauces. Wow, okay. I would like to ASMR that, by the way. I mean, they look good, honestly, but it's like, well, you could probably just go and buy the toppings yourself and just make the stuff like at home rather than buy it, But I feel like this, for people that would buy this, are people that are like on keto diets, or people that want to stay away from people that want to just not have gluten in their diet, like gluten-free stuff, right? So basically, yeah, it's just the sauce and the toppings with the cheese, like the pepperoni, the sausage. If you want to add in some like bell peppers, they might as well just, I don't know. I mean, like I know Pizza Hut does like pastas and stuff like that, but me, I don't know. I personally, I don't know if I would want to try that. Like the garden veggie one looks, The chicken Alfredo one probably would be the one I would get, but it's like if there's no pasta noodles, like it's not really chicken Alfredo. So I don't know, but I guess that's new for them. I mean, I'm a huge advocate for pizza, guys. You guys know I love my pizza. Literally, I had to calm down on the pizza eating because of my cholesterol levels, right? But this looks enticing to me. I'm gonna try to not eat pizza at least until Sunday this week because I had some leftover pizza that I ate from the Super Bowl for like 2 days straight. So I bought like an extra large pizza and I was like eating like 2 slices a day until I finished the actual pizza. So I was like, oh, like, and it was so greasy. Also, it was like one of the greasier pizzas. Okay, let's turn this off, guys. By the way, I'm getting hungry because I haven't eaten dinner, and I was planning to eat before I started live streaming, but then I couldn't decide what I wanted to eat. So I was just like, I'm just gonna turn this off, or I'm just gonna do a live stream instead. Um, but anyways, yeah. So I mean, for the most part, very satisfied with my Think phone though. I can't complain, Titus. If you're still there, Titus. By the way, I can't complain. Like I said, it has the specs of a flagship device, and it's under $400. It's $399 right now on Amazon, and I think the Motorola website is still selling it. Also, let's see, Motorola.com. Let's find out. And I think this is how I discovered the device. Actually, I actually discovered it through Amazon. But let's see. My LDL went down after going mostly carnivore. Yeah, it's really what you put in your body, honestly. All right, Motorola. So you can get $150 off the current Motorola Stylus 5G or 2023. So the Razr, which is the one I have, you can get it with earbuds for $399. The Motorola G Play, which I know a lot of people are unboxing on YouTube, $149. You have the Motorola Edge. So this is the one I was talking to with Sneed about. This is the one that has the MediaTek processor. I would not get this, even though it's a very like good looking device as far as the design and everything goes. And you get bang for your buck with the internal memory, 256 gigabytes. But okay, well, let's see if I can go to specifications here. Right, displayed all specs. Here we go. So rear camera, design, yada yada yada, performance. So again, this one has 8 gigs of RAM, but it has a MediaTek Dimensity processor. So I think I'm just like, if the Edge is supposed to be their flagship device, why are they putting a MediaTek device in it, right? But I know a lot of these companies they go with that. So it looks like it has in-screen fingerprint sensor also, and it has ThinkShield, right? Your data is protected from malware, phishing. So I mean, I do get that with the ThinkPhone as well. So I mean, obviously now that Motorola is owned by Lenovo, they're finally kind of like implementing that. But I don't know. This is just not the phone I would get. I mean, if you want to get a Motorola Edge, it would be probably the Motorola Edge Plus. So you click the Motorola Edge phones, and it's going to show you. Motorola Edge 2022 mineral grade. They actually had like a red device on here as well. But this would be the flagship phone, the Motorola Edge Plus Interstellar Black, right? Which the price of it probably matches up from what you're gonna get, though. This is basically a flagship phone, and I feel like people are sleeping on these devices. I think the only thing that really needs, working on these is their camera app, basically, because like you have the cameras. You have the camera sensors for it. You just have to look at that Snapdragon. I think this one has a Snapdragon 8 Gen Plus. It's got 8 Gen 2 mobile platform, right? I think the newest one is the 8 Gen 3, but this is 2 processor, right? So can't complain. You have a very good screen, 165 hertz polling rate, HDR10 plus, Dolby Atmos, right? You're getting a lot of good stuff for for the device. Waterproof, you know, you have IP rating as well. Triple camera on the back, which, you know, I want to say I have that same camera set up on my Think phone over here. Basically the same thing. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But for the most part, you know, this would be the one you would want to get, right? You know, if you wait, I think probably until like May, you can probably get this under $500, right? It's basically still a flagship phone. And look, they're basically doing what. Check it out. Ready for unleash your power on your smartphone. Connect to your TV wired or wirelessly to an external device such as a TV or a desktop display to use your apps. Make a video. So this is something that I want to try on my TV. I don't know if my TV has that type of connectivity, but I do want to do that with my Think phone, right, as well. So because you can, you know, they are basically promoting like using this as like a desktop, right? That's how good these phones are getting now, where you can basically just, you know, use these as desktops, right? So that's something that I'm considering doing or trying out, right? Maybe trying to buy a monitor that has like some sort of AirPlay so that I can use this. I mean, I have my TV, right? But you know, for the most part, you know, I still want to do that. So you're saying my LDL went down. Yeah, I haven't gotten checked since last year, but my LDL went down because I'm on medication for it. I don't take it every day now. But you know, I'm just trying to. I do try to watch what I eat every now and then. Like I'm trying to cut down on the high sodium diet. So it looks like we got a few people that gave us shout outs here. So Kia, thanks again for shouting me out on your X page. I do appreciate that. I hope you feel better, by the way. So I don't know. I mean, for the most part, I've always enjoyed Motorola phones, guys. Ever since you know, the original Motorola G came out. You know, I had the original G series up to the 3. I had the G1, the G2, the G3, and then I skipped out on the 4 and the 5. But then I got the Motorola G6 and the G7, and then after I think the 8, I stopped getting the G series phones. But again, you guys already know I have the Motorola Stylus 5G currently from last year, and it's a Motorola G stylus, so it's basically the same thing as a Motorola G phone. You know, this one has upper specs compared to what you get now in the new Motorola phones, right? So I actually wanted to go back to the home page over here because I wanted to see what the chipset for the specs on the I wanted to see the specs on the Motorola G Play, because it's the G Play. It's not really the regular Motorola phone, but let's take a look. I want to know the specs on that. And the cool thing is, like, they're coming out with like different looking colors now, like sapphire blue. Like, this is a good looking phone. Trade-off is that you only get 64 gigs of internal memory, but you know, you are getting let's go to tech specs. Tech specs over here. Let's see, performance. So you're getting Android 13 out of the box, 64 gigs of internal memory. So this is where kind of kills it for me, right? You have a Snapdragon chipset, which is kind of crazy because I think the prior year had a MediaTek processor, but I'm starting to lag, by the way, guys. Let me know if I'm starting to lag or if I'm looking laggy on your end, because it looks laggy on my phone. So but yeah, this one says it's coming with a Snapdragon 680, but it's only a 4G phone. So it says 4G mobile platforms form. So this is actually not a 5G phone, but you know, the fact that it's under $200 and it's under $150, I'm assuming that this one's gonna probably go on sale, or it's going to be one of those free devices that you get. So I'm not sure. I don't know if this is going to be a trend, right? Are we going to start seeing like some of these carriers, you know, just sell LTE version phones basically, or 4G, you know, devices, right? But you know, as far as the chipset go, a Snapdragon 680, you know, I can't tell you how that processor performs. I'm hearing not too bad things about it though, right? It does have a 5,000 milliamp battery. You do have the 15 watt charging, so you know, I'm assuming it's going to last you a pretty good amount of time. Camera setup, 50 mega camera. Most of these phones, including up to their flagship, are going to have that 50 megapixel camera. Which, you know, I can't say, you know, hey, that's not going to be a thing. I would assume this is only going to be able to record in 1080p, probably at 60 frames a second at most, though. Front facing camera, FHD 30 30 frames a second or 1080p. Rear camera, it says, let's see, motion up to 120 frames a second. So you're only going to get 1080p recording, which is not horrible. I mean, that's the standard, right? I think, most people are putting their videos out in 4K, guys, but who knows? We'll see what happens, I guess, guys. But anyways, guys, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm getting a little bit tired and I'm getting a little bit hungry. It's getting a little bit late. It's already 9 o'clock, and I do got to be up at 6 a.m. tomorrow for work. So again, guys, Morganta says I avoid junk food since most of it is adulterated with soybean or canola, which I seem to be allergic to. Sometimes canola and soybean oils give me chest pains. Oh wow, okay. All right, man. Well, hopefully everything goes good there. I'm glad you're watching your health and what you're eating. But anyways, I really appreciate everybody that joined in today. I do have an air fryer as well, by the way. Borganta's mentioning air fryer. But anyways, again, I really appreciate everyone being here today. Everyone that stepped in: Sneed, Latrell, Kia, Sean, Tim Malone. Even though Sean, I don't know if you're still there or not. Borganta, yourself, man, you're always you always come into my chat, so I really appreciate it. Titus, if I forgot anyone, I do apologize. And to the replay crew, comment down below if you guys watched the whole hour of this, right? I would really appreciate it. Shout out to Tito, shout out to Magic Tech, shout out to Tobin. I don't know if Tobin still watches my videos, but if Tobin still watches my videos, shout out to you. Shout out to the tech community also. I mean, I know that the tech niche, even though it's gotten so big, it's also still kind of small in some aspects, right? Especially if you follow a small YouTuber right now. But guys, I'm closing in on 14,000 subs. So if you guys like my videos or if you guys like my channel, please share my content with your family or friends on social media as well. I would really appreciate that. I had up to 7 or 8 viewers at once here on the stream. So again, I can't, I can't complain. I don't know if I'll ever be one of those channels where I'll have like 100 people watching at once, right? I don't know, because I don't constantly live stream, right? I'm not a gamer either, even though I might turn on my PS5 right now and I might play a game or two. But again, going back, I'm closing in on 14,000 subs, right? That's an accomplishment, right? I know that some people, they can't even get 100 subs. So for me doing this as long as I've been doing it, I really appreciate all the people that have followed me and have checked out my channel and are continuing to watch my videos and that like my videos, guys. I really appreciate it. So again, guys, thanks again for joining in. Shout out to you guys. Keep an eye out on the Think Phone video. I'm posting up a 8K video quality test on it. I don't know if it's going to be an 8K or not, but we'll find out. So again, guys, smash that like button. We'll see you guys next time. Okay.